Our friend Richard Ticcato, the Richard Ticcato Companies is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Ticcato Companies.
Richard Ticcato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Breaking and Entering Christmas with our charity Peyton's Promise is sponsored by Lily and Grace. Lily and Grace is a one-stop shop for the exquisite home, furniture, decor, and more. Located at Langtree, lilyandgrace.com.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So TJ, I'm dying to know more. I got Alexis is here. She's doing a Breaking and Entering Christmas. Nomination period is open. TJRiggins.com/Christmas. Alexis is in charge this year. So who knows how that's going to go.
Please.
No, it'll go great. I mean, good. I mean,
yeah.
You're not going to believe how well it's going to go.
Exactly. Thank you.
And then if you listen into the next hour of the show, then you'll hear us introduce Alexis and say, hey, she's going to be doing this. It's weird how we set the things up. Like this is recorded ahead of time. And so all of that. 'Cause somebody asked me about it the other day.
That's not true.
It's not?
They will have heard this yesterday. They would have heard her because this will air on a different day.
We all over the place. You'll hear it yesterday, today, tomorrow, all day.
But then why did somebody DM me the other day and say something? I think Jody was on, then Lindsay was on. They were watching whatever it was. It was something that we did at this time that led into the 7 o'clock hour.
That's not how. No, because what we're doing now is going to play tomorrow, and then that hour will then be followed by whatever we record tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Got it. Sorry.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So I need a little more clarification. Yesterday I was driving home, and I got the most interesting text message from TJ. Do you know what I'm talking about, TJ?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just read it to you. This is what I get when I'm driving. TJ says, I just seen a real life nun in the damn Walmarts. I went, oh my gosh, you're kidding. So TJ's from Louisiana, but he's from like the northern to middle part of Louisiana. He's not, in the swampy area where there's a lot of Catholics. So he didn't grow up around a lot of Catholics, even though Louisiana has a lot of Catholics. So he didn't have a lot of experience seeing priests or nuns or any of that stuff to this day.
Like never had any, because we had one Catholic church in my little town of Winfield, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And, they go to church on Saturday. So we wouldn't see them coming from their church when we were coming from ours and all that. We didn't even pass any of them. Now, we knew the Catholics in town when we saw them because they were drunk, usually.
Wait a minute.
No, that's a joke. No, but there weren't nuns, and we didn't have a Catholic school. We didn't have any of that.
Yeah, so if there's a Catholic church, are there automatically nuns there?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
And especially at a smaller...
But they would be priests. A priest.
Yeah, there would be a priest, but certainly not nuns at every Catholic school, at every Catholic church, just because there aren't as many nuns.
Yeah, but I lived in a big city before I'd seen, like seeing a nun wasn't a thing like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah,
Something you see in a movie. Yeah.
So to explain what happened, you were just walking through Walmart. Yeah. Was she wearing a habit?
No, I had to go into Walmart because I do these field trips from time to time where I go see where the common folk hang out and watch them in their natural habitat.
Absolutely.
And she was walking in front of me, like I almost got close to her.
Oh,
and she was wearing the habit and then a long necklace of some sort and the thing on her head and a hoodie.
Oh, and a hoodie.
Yeah, okay, the hoodie was on the outside of her habit.
So she's a cool nun. That's
yeah.
Was it maybe like for Halloween? Or was she like a legit nun?
No, she was legit.
Okay. She had that vibe.
She was
Nun
the real
vibe.
deal.
Right. Doesn't ever see old women dress up as nuns for Halloween. It's always young women.
It's always young women, and it's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
a little scandalous.
Yeah.
But we had one cool nun at my Catholic school growing up. And you knew she was cool because during recess, she would swap out the loafers or whatever for some tennis shoes and come out and play basketball.
Yeah.
And she was not bad. For being a 70-year-old woman. She got active out there on the court.
So they got time, though, to practice. Yeah.
Sure, a lot of praying. Did you say hello to her or anything? Mm-mm. No. Just kept moving.
No, I didn't want her thinking I needed some kind of exorcism performed on me or something.
Maybe you do. Maybe you actually do, though.
No, we weren't that close to catch eyes to say. I would have said, "Hey, sister."
Yeah. Hey, no.
That's what you call them, right?
Sister.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Hey, sister.
Yeah, I was just about to ask how you'd address her. That's good.
She would have probably loved that. Was she buying anything scandalous like lingerie?
We were just
or
walking into the store.
That would be hilarious.
something? Yeah, she'd be like browsing the lingerie in Walmart.
Yeah, I knew she wasn't going over to the makeup section though,
Aw.
because she wasn't wearing any makeup. I don't know if they can or not. Can they wear makeup? Nuns?
I actually don't know. I don't know that to be certain, but oh well, I'm glad you got to have that experience.
It was like being in Rocky or something.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf. Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
With Alexis today. Look at that. She doesn't hate us like we said she did. You remember we did that whole show about why does Alexis hate us, Riggins?
Yeah, it's packed. Mm-hmm. No, she's cool.
You guys are kind of cool too.
Yeah, we are pretty cool, aren't we?
Yeah, all right.
Especially me. That's what she meant. Especially me.
I don't know about that.
So Riggins found this clip of a minister/therapist and her theory about sleeping that he thought would be interesting as far as my case study when it comes to sleeping and my rituals. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hopefully this is okay to say.
You can say whatever you want.
Yes. If your idea of relaxing before you go to sleep is watching 3 episodes of Law and Order, I would encourage you to think about, why is trauma relaxing to me?
Oh.
That's what it is. I mean, it's harm, crime, violation, attacks, and that's what is going to soothe me into my bedtime.
So what is the answer that a lot of people give you when they do go into therapy about that connection?
It's that it's normal and familiar. Some of us grew up in high stress, so people mistake peace for boring. And it's like, to come home to yourself, you have to lean into the discomfort because it's going to feel unfamiliar.
So, Riggins, what do you think my reaction to that would be? Just because just yesterday I was talking about how crime documentaries put me to sleep at night. I watch those.
Yeah. You explained in a way that was not related to the actual content. It was really about the structure of the show, that it gives long pauses and then you can
dramatic music.
I don't know, but I thought that was pretty eye-opening. That made perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I think it does. It makes sense to a lot of people. It's not my situation because while I grew up in a household with a lot of arguing and turmoil and things like that, it was never violent.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't grow up in the middle of a bunch of violence. But the reason that I watch those shows is because of the production of it lulls me off with the music and that sort of thing.
So what's Alexis's excuse?
Yeah, I put Law and Order SVU and I put my sleep timer on. So like that is my going to sleep show.
Yeah, and I use the original Law and Order for that. But some of that is because I've seen them so many times. I don't have to really get into it to try to figure out what's going to happen because I've already seen them so much. And it does have that dun dun, those drone sounds and things like that.
Yeah,
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything to what she's saying though? I mean, why is trauma so comforting?
I could see that for some people, for the crazies.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for you.
No, for everybody else.
Yeah, says the purple hair.
Who always?
I don't. That's not for me.
Who's always threatening to throw hands with people? Yeah,
she wasn't talking about me.
I didn't have all that violence. If somebody says that again, I'm gonna bust you in your mouth.
Right. Thank you.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show is brought to you by Richard Toccato Companies, expert and trusted mortgage broker servicing North and South Carolina since 1999. It's a free 5-minute phone call away, 704-800-4719, or log on to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Nothing. We're just having silly conversations off the air. There's a story about a guy named Joseph Hill Jr., 51 years old, lives in Tempe, Arizona. The police in Tempe get a call about a suspicious building on this guy's property. And they're very vague about it. And the police go, okay, we'll go check it out. Well, upon arrival at this guy's property, he said, no, you go get a search warrant before you start looking around. Well, that's exactly what they did. I guess there were enough calls about this one specific thing. They had an idea about what's going on in this building behind his house. What they found behind Joseph Hill Jr.'s house was this building that contained a freezer. And inside the freezer was Joseph Hill Sr., his own father.
Yeah.
And then the guy, the son, says, yeah, he's actually been in there for 4 years. He died 4 years ago, and I was scared of losing the house.
Yeah.
So I didn't report his death. And what they found inside the freezer was not only the skeletal remains, they said a large amount of, other evidence in there. Biological matter, I think is the phrase they use. But he'd also been collecting Social Security checks for 2 years. And so it's a typical not reporting the death and collecting the check kind of thing.
And it's a farm, you said?
No, it's in the suburbs.
Okay. So he was worried the government would take the property and all that, like a death tax kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't know if it was baseless or why he thought that his house would have been gone. It was clearly the father's house. I don't know why he thought that, but now you got 100 other problems instead of just losing now you've lost your whole life.
And they got proof that he died on his own terms.
I don't know the circumstances around his death, but he was an older man, so he probably did die of natural causes, but
because people would do some crazy things to get a Social Security check.
Man, got to keep them checks coming.
Right. I mean, you need that $100 a month. enough to be able to hide a body and keep a charade going that your dad's still alive and all that.
You're not getting rich from Social Security checks, right? It's a couple $100. So, could you live like a normal life if you know you've got dad out in the freezer, even if he did die of natural causes?
In the deep freeze, no.
In the deep freeze?
But I would forget all the time.
Yeah.
And I'd be going out there. I think I had some steaks left out there. And then I'd go looking, oh, man, I forgot. I got daddy in here.
Dad's in the
popsicle. God,
popsicle.
Yeah.
Very nice, Alexis. Very nice. So, now he's facing a variety of charges that include, not properly disposing of a dead body, not informing, fraud, all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So he's going to lose his house for sure.
Would you buy the freezer if it was cheap?
Ew.
They cleaned it all up and everything?
I'm not using that freezer ever.
If somebody wanted to give it to you and you go, hey, that's a nice deep freeze.
No, thank you.
It's about to be hunting season. I'm going to need that space.
Oh, it's got body size?
I'll take it. I'll take it. If it was good enough for daddy, it's good enough for me.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
The TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show is brought to you by Richard Toccato Companies, expert and trusted mortgage broker servicing North and South Carolina since 1999. It's a free 5-minute phone call away, 704-800-4719, or log on to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Hey. So, I think all of you kids, maybe not Alexis, if I remember correctly, has the TikToks, right? Do you have a TikTok, Alexis?
Yeah, I have a TikTok. I just don't post on it.
Right. Have you always had that? I thought it was one you didn't have.
Yeah, recently.
Okay, see, so, thank goodness my keen memory is not leaving me.
Not yet.
I remembered that.
Yeah.
But I don't have the TikToks. So I haven't seen this, but evidently there is a game on TikTok called Drift. It's a driving game, not where you're driving a video thing, like you're in the car driving, and you have to do, it's like drive along, I guess they video it, where you make big turns and just in and out of lanes. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And there was a car in my home state of Louisiana, in the Baton Rouge area, that was playing this game, according to the police, and ended up crossing over into the other. Like they were on a, and it wasn't an interstate, but it's 4 lanes going each way, over the median and into the other traffic, and a huge accident was a huge wreck was caused, and one of the cars caught on fire. Oh, because this idiot playing some sort of a TikTok challenge. And usually people in Louisiana don't live like that, on the edge and throwing caution to the wind and not thinking of what could happen. You know?
Yeah.
It's one of the most, cautious people in the world, Louisianians.
But to do it for TikTok is like so lame. It's like, well, I mean, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So lame.
That better though than an older man doing a TikTok dance with someone that's not his kids.
At least that you're not putting someone's life in danger.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
A little bit safe.
I like seeing those TikTok dances.
You do?
No. If the children are doing them, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't participate in one
No,
yourself?
that's why my wife's been trying to get me to do that one that Mario Lopez and his wife did.
Yeah, right.
And but if she has to ask the question, do we have TikTok? Then we don't need to be doing a TikTok dance.
It's probably the right idea. That's the right call. That's the right call.
Hey, do we have TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you should do it. That'd be cute.
You think so?
Yeah.
I told her, I'm not good at choreographed dances. I can dance, at a party. I can do okay, but not that. She was like, it'll be fun. It's easy. I said, okay. That'd be like if I gave you a catcher's mitt and told you to go squat down behind home plate, and I was going to pitch the ball to you as hard as I can, and it'll be easy for you to catch.
Like, why do you got to give so many examples?
It's not the same thing. I said, it is. You're asking me to do something you can do, but I can't. It's not something that I can do. So it'd be the same thing if I asked you to do something that I can do.
Have a little fun, dude.
Why don't she have fun and take this fastball I'm winging at her?
You don't even want to go out and play baseball, actually. That's not fun for you either.
Yeah, it would be. I love baseball. And I am great at it to this day. Not pitching, but the catching is what I did. So that's me asking her to do something that I know how to do that she doesn't.
Yeah.
As usual, I'm right.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A TJ Riggins Prime button to get to invitations, links, and all the great Prime Plus exclusive content. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
These are the painless stiletto heels you've been hearing me talk about from Protégé. And yes, I said painless because they are. And they also come beautifully packaged in this box. You get a shoe bag as well. You get 2 extra straps. And so basically you're getting 3 pairs of shoes because they all look different. So then you buckle it to however you want and hook it on. So no more hassling with the buckle once you get it on. So go to tjriggins.com/shoes, promo code TJ for 30% off.
Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652. The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like the Temple Team at Keller Williams. Find out more about the Temple Team at tjriggins.com/Temple Team. It's the Temple Team at Keller Williams.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
The biggest debate going on in the country today has nothing to do with politics and everything to do with class.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So we'll get to that in a few minutes after, I'm going to say right after Riggins does his little thing, but later on in the hour.
Close enough. The Dodgers are now leaving New York City with a World Series championship. Great for them. And 2 strip clubs have stepped up to say, hey, all you guys on the Dodgers team, you have free lifetime VIP access.
Wow.
Yeah. And this certainly isn't just a ploy for some PR or to get mentioned in gossip sites and things like that. But it is a tradition, I think, in a lot of these places, especially Vegas and Los Angeles.
Oh, really? If they win a championship or something, they get free lifetime memberships? Or
yeah. The Vegas one is a little bit different because they have more than just strip clubs, And that seems a little seedier.
Well, and they don't have any championship professional sports teams yet. So.
Yeah, but when the Super Bowl comes to town, I think this was this past year. I think regardless of what team you're on, you get lifetime free visits. So gross.
Yeah, well, we ought to let's just do this, Riggins. I mean, we didn't have a meeting beforehand, but why don't we go ahead and offer up every member of Los Doyers baseball team a free membership to listen to our show every day?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Every member.
But we could do TJ Riggins Prime Plus. We could even give them a free subscription to that.
We could have them in the studio if we want.
Exactly.
A free visit to the TJ and Riggins studio.
Bring a paintbrush.
Somebody call Harvey Levin and put this on TMZ today. Make it happen. And speaking of the Dodgers, today is National Jersey Day. National Jersey Day. And TJ, you are not celebrating.
No, I'm not.
You've got a weird relationship with the jersey.
Yeah. There are, I think, appropriate times for jerseys, and that's at a game. For an adult, at a game, never tucked into your shirt. I've seen that a lot. They tuck the jersey in, trying to dress it up a little bit. Women don't need to wear jerseys ever.
Ever?
No.
What about like a costume?
No.
Okay.
No. Ever.
Okay.
And you know what? I think that, and you know how women love that when a guy tells them something they can't do. So, ladies, no more wearing jerseys. They shouldn't even wear them in women's sports.
My God. Is there a street class?
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to rile the ladies up in good fun this morning. But no, I'm not because the more out of shape you are, the worse a jersey looks on you.
I totally agree.
And
especially like an NBA jersey. Any kind of basketball jersey and you're out of shape, I think that one looks the worst.
Absolute worst. You figure you're going to see that at an amusement park with the long white socks and the slides, pool slides, and big basketball shorts and a basketball jersey.
Is it ever?
Or maybe a visor that's turned sideways and upside down.
Yeah.
You know, that look.
Yeah. Is that the worst thing you can wear on a plane? Is that worse than wearing pajamas? Like a sleeveless jersey?
Yeah.
With like your armpit hair sticking. Oh, it's so gross.
Because basketball jerseys are tank tops.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Just terrible. I got a question for you. Yesterday was Halloween, obviously. Is Tech D Rob a good friend? We're going to find out next.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Oh my goodness, what a treat. I mean, what a treat we have today. Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here. Call Richard right now, 704-800-4719, because Richard, a lot of people refer you to their customers, like, what is it, real estate people refer you to their customers?
Absolutely. Yeah, realtors love to refer customers to us because they know they're going to get the best deal. We got a referral the other day, and the client literally said, that rate is amazing. You know, I can't say I guarantee that I have the lowest rate, but I'm really close. And you better call me to find out. 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com, where realtors love to refer their business.
I mean, I refer people to you all the time. And I
you
would
don't even have a license.
I would probably do it even if you didn't pay me to.
There you go. I would hope.
All right, so call Richard today or just go to homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I want to find out if Tech D Rob is a friend, a good friend. We'll find out in just a couple seconds. But TJ, you just mentioned something, and I know I shouldn't care about it this much. I didn't get a single trick-or-treater again this year, and I'm bummed about it.
Because you live in a neighborhood with a bunch of kids.
I finally called it quits. I was preparing to go to bed. I was like brushing my teeth and left the light on the whole time I was doing all my like get ready for bed stuff, filling up my bottle of water. I was like, I'll leave the light on just in case. At 9 o'clock, I finally shut off the light, locked the door. Not a single one.
Yeah.
But this morning I woke up and started scrolling through TikTok, and it's so I feel seen when I see all these other millennials going, oh, this is heartbreaking. No, not a single trick-or-treater.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have any either, but we don't normally have them. But Jody always buys a huge thing, like a big bowl of candy. She set it over by handsome husband Michael's chair.
Yeah.
When he's at our house. And I said, I guess Jody thinks if we get trick-or-treaters, you're the one that's going to have to see them. And he goes, no, she just put that bowl here so I could eat the candy. And he sat there eating those little fun-sized Nerds and Jolly Ranchers, all that kind of stuff.
I feel
all
like
night.
The closest thing I can compare it to is that kid that's waiting at the front door, waiting for his dad, his real dad, to come home and take him go play catch in the park, and his dad never shows up.
That's hilarious.
I never had that experience.
It's so funny. I saw a couple of my friends when I was a kid have to do that. I was like, your dad's not coming.
Oh, God. Terrible.
That's a joke.
It's a joke. But Techie Rob, right before the show started, he said, well, I'll try to repeat it word for word. He said, I went over to a friend's house last night to watch a scary movie because, with trick-or-treaters, I didn't want to take the chance. So, was that a reference to you had to leave the house because you were afraid that trick-or-treaters would show up to your house?
No. It's I was going there and I asked ahead of time, hey, do you get trick-or-treaters? Because I was going to go get candy if they did. So I did get candy and I took it just in case they did get trick-or-treaters.
Oh, I thought you meant you left the house to avoid having to see any trick-or-treaters.
No, because if I was at the house last night, we just turn off the porch light.
Yeah. You would?
Yeah.
So that's why he brought us these nerd clusters today.
I know. Super excited for that. So when you go visit a friend, do you brought candy? You actually bring things with you?
I usually bring some sort of snack or something.
That's remarkable to me. I would not picture Rob as like a good house guest.
Like taking a hostess gift or a host gift?
Well, sometimes I'm just bringing the candy for myself.
Well, it's fine. I mean, you didn't come empty-handed, which I would have assumed that's sort of Rob's MO. He this is me. I'm here. Woohoo.
I try not to dig into their stuff. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe Rob's civilized. Like he's actually like a great house guest.
No, you don't think not. No. He also walks into their house like he does his own, ripping off his pants and his socks and leaving them in the floor.
You want me to be comfortable, right? We're friends.
You said make myself at home. So you and Meredith never do any, like if you're home and she's home, you don't handle trick-or-treaters or accept them?
I haven't seen a trick-or-treater since I lived with my parents.
Yeah.
No way. Because you just shut the light off, not interested in doing it.
When I lived with my cousin, that light stayed off, but it's on the back of the house, so people couldn't really tell if we were doing candy anyway. It was all the way in the back of the place, so we didn't really have to deal with it.
All right. Happy Halloween.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. A button to our new 24/7 stream specifically created for the Carolinas. Get exclusive content, deals, and more, plus the show. New each weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's a new thing. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Every Monday, there's a fresh new episode of the TJ and Jody House podcast starring TJ and his wife, Jody. It's a look inside their lives, and you don't want to miss it. It's all brought to you by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress for more information. That's tjriggins.com/mattress.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, we're raising money for the Hurricane Helene relief efforts for the devastation that the people have experienced in western North Carolina. It's really, really bad still, and every day I get a news alert that says now the body count is up to this and this many people missing. So they're still, living in hell, basically. So we're raising money to try to help them out as much as possible with our golf tournament. It is November 11th. I think that's about 10 days from today, right?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost exactly.
So we have some spots left. We can make room for you if you would like to participate. It's a lot of fun, and all you got to do is go to tjriggins.com/golf to get signed up. Golf. There's an L in there. A lot of people don't think there's an L in the word.
I know.
They just say golf.
Golf.
Yeah. You playing golf? Golf today? Golf? Okay, here's the big debate that's going on all of the internets. Is whether or not it is cool to take your shoes off at work.
That's a debate?
Yeah.
Okay.
People are talking, Riggins. People are talking.
Is it appropriate?
Yeah. So you're getting things, like, well, I wash my socks every day and change them so my socks are cleaner than the soles of my shoes. So it's actually more hygienic to walk around work in my socks. And they said it's because of all these people that were working from home for so long that now they can't adjust to the office again. So they're taking their shoes off. Everything is blamed on that now. Oh, it was COVID. COVID made it to where people don't know how to speak. COVID made it to where people were taking their shoes off while they work. They can't adjust back. But how about the fact that and then other people were like, as long as your feet don't stink and whatever. No, it's a work environment and it should be professional.
Right.
If we're talking about just a generic, what they're thinking about as an office, then you don't need to be walking around with no shoes.
No. Unfortunately, that's part of the gig. You have to wear shoes, just like you have to wear pants.
Yeah. And you know why? Because you're an adult.
Yeah. I agree with you.
That's why.
Sometimes I think you're going too strict, but I'm totally on board with this. This is ridiculous. And you're blaming it on COVID. They didn't put on shoes for 4 years? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what they're saying.
I can't wear shoes at all.
So now I connect work and being productive to being shoeless.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this isn't Jumanji. This is work. You got to put on shoes. Because we're in an office.
Right. You're not a lifeguard. If you're a lifeguard, not wearing shoes is probably beneficial.
Yeah.
But not if you're calling from accounts.
Yeah. Put your shoes on. Get back to work. That is crazy.
Yeah. And we work in probably the most casual environment one can work.
100%.
But we don't kick off our shoes running around in here.
No, not that I know of.
Especially if we had, clients and that sort of thing.
Yeah. There are some rules. Not many, but that's a good one.
Yeah, it's the thing that separates us from primates.
Yeah.
Wearing shoes. Wearing shoes and the use of cutlery. Those two things.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. A new call and text the show option where you can send us a text or leave us a voicemail, which we may even use on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. The new TJ and Riggins Show gallery button with the pictures, videos, and links you're hearing us talk about on the show. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am not going to be playing golf November 11th at Northstone Country Club in Huntersville for our golf tournament, but I am going to be there to thank you for your support of Peyton's Promise, our charity, and what we're doing to help with Hurricane Helene relief. Get signed up today at tjriggins.com/golf. That's tjriggins.com/golf.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin AmeriPub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin AmeriPub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
All right, quickly, Riggins, what would be the most, in general, the things that happen on planes, on flights, what would be the most annoying thing to happen if you were on a flight? Baby crying right next to you?
Ooh. That guy that tried to set a record for like walking up and down the aisle the most times.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most annoying. The baby crying, yeah, maybe. That's probably the worst, I guess.
What about you, Rob?
That or someone kicking your seat.
Kicking the seat.
yeah,
That's a
kicking
good
the
one.
seat.
Well, this guy, people always say about the Indian people, how nice they are and polite they are and everything. And this is a prime example of it, I think, because this guy has had enough of what's going on his flight. Okay. And he's having to get confrontational, but he's doing it in the most polite way I've ever heard. Listen. Like, maybe I need to turn it up.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Whoever's farting,
please stop.
Stop. It smells bad.
That takes some guts.
Yeah, but it was still polite.
Yeah, it was very polite.
Please stop.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
Don't fart,
please. He's like, somebody's got to say it.
Right. So, is that more annoying than a crying baby or somebody kicking your seat?
That is pretty annoying.
I think so.
I think I'd rather have that. I would probably rather have somebody sitting right next to me with a stomach virus than somebody kicking the back of my seat.
Really?
Yeah. I hate that. That's a pet peeve.
You're very sensitive about sounds, too. I mean, smells, rather. And body odors being one of them.
And sounds, yeah.
And sounds.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I could pull my shirt up and be like, do that bandit thing that
you would do that
men have to do at the urinal when another guy is in the stall. We pull our shirts up over our noses like this, and we look like old school bandits.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
How many times do you think this dude had to? For this to happen, he was just like, "This is the last straw." It's happened so many times.
Judging by how polite he is, it's probably been. He probably had taken a lot of.
Yeah, I think so.
He had taken a lot of incoming.
That's great.
Oh, man. And then at least though they didn't know who it was, because he was like, whoever is doing this, please stop.
Just telling everybody.
Please don't.
Please do not fart.
It smells bad.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Attention veterans. Hi, I'm Richard Accato. I'm a proud veteran just like you. I recently helped one of our fellow veterans refinance their home that got money out to fix up their backyard and build a fancy deck. And we still saved this guy $467 a month. With the rates coming down, you need to call me today at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com. It's a free 5-minute phone call, 0 risk, no money up front, no money out of your pocket. Close, make your next payment $25.
Richard Calotren Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.